Hello, I'm Suprita from Matrix of Tech. In this video, I'm going to describe how objects are defined in Ascentialtest. Ascentialtest is featured with a unique snapshot technology. A snapshot is comprised of an image, description of the application hierarchy, application controls, and their attributes. Snapshots are used for creating application object definitions, which in short is known as app objects. In order to take a snapshot, navigate to the application page, screen, or window, place the cursor in the middle of the page and press Ctrl-Shift keys together. You can notice a small pop-up message which will be displayed, which indicates that a snapshot has been captured. Ascentialtest will be automatically invoked with the snapshot loaded. So this is the snapshot panel. Now you can find the elements panel in the left, which consists of all the elements along with their attributes. The app objects can be defined by either dragging objects from the elements panel or from the snapshot to the app object panel that is located in the right. So let's take a look at defining the objects of this page. Firstly, I shall drag and drop the parent object, that is the web page, into the app object repository. Next, I shall drag the first name text field into the app object repository. Similarly, I can select multiple objects and drag them into the app object repository. So to do that, hold on the Ctrl key and select the objects required to be dragged and dropped, and that shall be dragged into your app object panel. In this way, n number of objects shall be dragged and dropped in the app object repository. Next, I want to show you a special feature for list type fields that contain n number of items like the list box, radial list, and pop-up list. So here I have a pop-up list called select subject. When I click on that object, a new restricted string option shall be displayed. Notice that when I click on the new restricted string, Ascentialtest automatically captures the values of the subject field and stores them in a new type called select a subject string, and say OK. These list features makes it easy to input the data and also prevent data input errors during automation. There are three components for every object defined. They are the object class, which is the web page in this case, object name, which is user defined, and the path, which is how Ascentialtest locates the object. You can also notice that objects' appropriate attributes are displayed in this particular section. Ascentialtest by default provides some of the unique path statements, which you can find them in the app paths below. So here in this case you can find @title attribute and @URL. So the user can define the path uniquely of one's choice, either from the attribute section or by dragging it from the app paths. It is mandatory that always there must be a green check mark for the object defined. I have just taken an example of an object here which is in red and says two object matched, which indicates that there is another object identified with the same attribute. If this is left unaltered, then during the runtime, when you try to run the test, Ascentialtest throws out an error saying object is not found. As you can see, it is defined as there are two objects matched. So this can be made unique by providing indices as of 1, and you can notice now it is identified as one object matched. So it is always required that all the objects defined shall be marked with green tick. Next, you can notice few checkboxes about the snapshot panel, like the ignored, hidden, and clipped. Firstly, we have the ignored option. Ignored elements displays the objects that were removed from view in order to flatten the object hierarchy. By default, when Ascentialtest captures a snapshot, we ignore some objects that are unnecessary for identifying objects most of the times. But sometimes we do need these objects. In order to get them back is to check the ignored option. So you notice when I check the ignored option, there are few objects that has been displayed which are highlighted in some shaded color. So when I drag and drop this particular object into the app object panel, you can notice it says no objects matched. So it must be matched by selecting the ignore option in the path. So once the ignore option is selected, you can notice it says one object matched. Next, we have the hidden option. The hidden elements displays the objects that are hidden in the current application state. So when I check mark this hidden option, you can notice that the hidden objects are highlighted in white color. Similarly, clipped elements displays windows that are fully clipped. That's not highlighted with any color because they are outside the viewable rectangle, and this is really rare enough. Next, we have the matched and unmatched checkboxes. When the matched option is checked, it highlights all the declared app objects on the snapshot image. You can notice all the objects that are defined in the app object panel are highlighted in green here. Similarly, when I check the unmatched option, you can notice the objects are highlighted in red, which indicates that the objects are not yet been defined in app object panel. So this is all about the app object definitions and its features. If you have any queries, please contact support@matrixsoft.com, and for more details, do visit our website www.matrixsoft.com. Thank you.